Hi everyone. In this video, we will present the Q-model calculation tool we developed with using VBA. Our goal was to automate Q model calculations and make them easy to use without calculating formulas manually. And here we have created a system that automatically generates all outputs by only taking the necessary parameters from the users. This is reducing the risk of the errors for users. And we start our calculation tool by pressing Start button. Now, Emir, we will show you how this model works using Excel. After that, we will look at how the project code is organized using VBA.
Hi, now I'm gonna mention about how our project works. First, as you can see, we have added a start button to main screen. When the user clicks that button, our King model calculator interface opens. And this King model calculator allows calculations for 7 different King models. When the user selects the specific model they wish to analyze, the interface dynamically displays only the parameters relevant to that model. And after the parameters are entered, our model, the user clicks the calculate button and our calculator calculates the average number of customers in the system, average number of customers in the queue, average waiting time in the system, average waiting time in the queue, and probability distribution from P0 to P20. And also we have added a reset button. When the user clicks that reset button, the system clears all data and returns to initial state, allowing the user to perform a new calculation for a different model.
In this section, we set the form title and Q models we will present to the user to combo box. And we offer the user different Q models to choice. To avoid confusion, when the form is first opened, we are initially hiding all entries. And when the user select a model, the combo box one change event is triggered. Here we checked which model has been selected. For example, MM1 is selected only lambda and mu values are needed. So we only make these inputs visible. In the MMC model, we also enable the number of servers required, which is C. And so whichever model the user selects, they only see these parameters belonging to that model. And this part, each parameter determines whether a text box and a label will be open or closed. For example, if mu is true, mu file is visible. If false, is hidden. This way, the user doesn't have to deal with unnecessary parameters and decrease of making mistakes. And finally, we have a helper function was written to make users input for more flexible. Now, Sinem and Alp present calculate part. Thank you.
I will explain user form part and calculate part. We designed the application using a VBA user form to make it easy and organized to define queuing models. We put text boxes for our parameters, and we put two buttons to calculate and to reset. And the design allows one single form to be used for different queuing models. Only the necessary inputs are considered for the selected model, which makes the interface flexible and helps reduce user mistakes. And calculate button starts in here. The calculate button starts the calculation process, and the reset button clears all inputs so a new analysis can be performed. In the code, all variables are clearly defined at beginning. You can see in here. And this makes the code easier to understand, easier to manage, and easier to expand in the future.
So I'll explain the main calculations. The core of the program is built around a select case structure, where each case represents a different Turing model, such as MM1, MM1N, MMC, repairman models, or finite capacity problems too. This structure allows the program to apply the correct formulas based on the selected model that we choose in the user form. For each model, the code implements the mathematical expressions needed to calculate key performance measures, including the average number of customers in the system and in the queue, such as LQ and LS, waiting times such as WQ and WS, and the probability of an empty system, which is P0. So before and during the calculations, message boxes are used to control errors and guide the user. These message boxes appear and when required inputs are missing, invalid, or when the system does not meet any stability conditions. For example, if the service rate is 0, or if the utilization factor is greater than or equal to 1, a message box informs the user that the system is unstable and we cannot continue. Message boxes are also used to prevent logical errors, such as selecting more repairmen than machines in the repair models. By stopping incorrect calculations early and providing clear feedback, message boxes help ensure that the results are meaningful and consistent with the assumption of each model that we use. In addition to the main performance measures, the code computes steady-state probabilities too until P20. These probabilities are calculated using model-specific formulas and are reported for a limited number of states for clarity for the user. Once all checks are passed, all calculated results are automatically written to a dedicated worksheet, which we created. This design separates the computation process from result presentation and allows users to focus on interpreting the results rather than the implementation details in the background.
When we looked at our reset button, it begins with on arrow resume next. This is a safety measure to ensure that if the code encounters a minor glitch while clearing fields, it doesn't crash and continues to the next step. The code then manually empties all 8 text boxes and resets the combo box selection by setting its index to -1, which effectively clears the chosen value. Beyond the user interface, it also targets the results sheet. It clears every cell in that worksheet and to ensure that old data doesn't get involved with new calculations. Our visual resets calls a specific function named toggle inputs. By passing false parameters, it hides all input fields, returning to the UI to its original clean look. Finally, our user flow uses setFocus to place the cursor back into the first combo box. This makes the form immediately ready for the next entry without the user needing to click around. And thank you for listening.